I'm Nick Kessler, and I teach shop.
And I'm Brian Fulmer, Nick's buddy and fellow teacher.
When summer comes, we drop the lesson plans and absorb what the open road has to offer.
We hit the highways and byways and drop in on some unexpectedly fantastic places to visit for great getaways.
And we do it in style, riding in my 1968 drop-top caddy.
Our assignment is to give you an inside look on the places we go and the people we meet.
No classroom rules here.
That's right. This is Road Trip Masters.
This week on Road Trip Masters, we're cruising in the caddy and riding her on down to East Tennessee and the greatest place in the Smoky Mountains for a weekend getaway, Pigeon Forge.
It's home to country music legend Dolly Parton, and this spectacular city is located in Sevier County between Gatlinburg and Sevierville.
Now we all know the caddy has some miles on her. We're taking her to Bruce Klein's for a little checkup, where he inspects those massive drum brakes and then high-speed balances the Cooper tires. So we're floating and cruising smoothly down to our friends in Eastern Tennessee.
You know, Nick, I've always been a big fan of the Smokies.
No kidding.
Smokey Robinson, Smokey and the Bandit, and my favorite, Smokey the Bear. And I think he's from these parts.
Any reason to wear a hat. So we cruise on down to the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, and we make our way to the inn at Christmas Place, Pigeon Forge's award-winning hotel.
It's one fine hotel.
This place is ornate with Bavarian architecture and lushly landscaped gardens. But we're here in the middle of summer. There's no way.
We celebrate Christmas every day of the year.
Every day.
Every day. This Christmas tree behind us, it's here every day.
Janet Donaldson is the head elf.
Our check-in lobby with a full-size nativity above the front desk and a 15-foot Christmas tree. And the glockenspiel is right here across from us, and it's going to chime the hour and play carols at the top of the hour.
The luxurious amenities here make you feel like Christmas really can come in July.
Your grounds are impeccable. They're beautiful.
Thank you. Well, we have our own greenhouse.
You're growing everything and then
Yes.
planting it on the grounds.
Yes.
Wow, I've never heard of a place that did that.
In our courtyard, we have a couple of model trains that run around the set that, again, was built by our greenhouse folks. It has a couple of water fountains as well, and the train is a big hit with kids.
And at night, you'll be hard-pressed not to have visions of sugar plums dancing in your head.
Every room has a Christmas tree. You'll find some Hershey's Kisses on your countertop. How many hotels are you going to stay in that have a Christmas wreath hanging in the bathroom?
Well, that's true.
They even have a suite named after the jolly old elf himself.
It's our fanciest room, of course, where Santa stays when he's not at the North Pole. It's a two-room suite, so when you go in, there's a living room. Santa's chair is in front of the fireplace. Full-size Christmas tree there. There's a little kitchen in the corner. And then in the bedroom, there's a king-size bed, carved wood, another full-size Christmas tree. Santa leaves his suit hanging behind the door.
Oh, yeah?
And there's a jacuzzi in the corner.
Santa doesn't need a jacuzzi.
He and Mrs. Claus, they get cold. They like to come south and warm up a little.
And when he's here, Santa takes center stage.
There's 3 concerts a week. He'll be right here in front of this tree, singing and entertaining our guests and getting the kids to join in.
Located directly across the parkway from its namesake, the Incredible Christmas Place is the largest permanent Christmas retailer in the American South.
Over 40,000 square feet. We have a shop that sells the world's best fudge. Ornaments, lights, trees. If it goes in, on, or under the tree, you'll find it at Christmas Place.
Well, I can't wait to check in. Looks
Wonderful.
absolutely beautiful here, and hopefully Christmas in July is going to set in mentally with me.
I know it will.
Hey, Brian, check out this hat I got at the Incredible Christmas Place.
Very festive. Hey, that's a holly jolly place and all, but what about Santa?
What about him?
Couldn't you get an interview with him?
Absolutely not. He's a busy man.
In July?
Oh, yeah. He was going through his naughty list, and he got hung up in the bees, Brian.
Let's not bother the man and all. There's plenty of other things to do here at Pigeon Forge, like visiting the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
So we have over 10 million visitors every year, and last year was a record for us. We had 11.3 million visitors. It's over 500,000 acres and so many things for people to explore. We have over 300 miles of scenic roadways, and we have over 800 miles of trails, so people get the chance to get into the backcountry and experience it. The highest peak in Great Smoky Mountains National Park is Clingman's Dome. It's 6,643 feet high.
You're kidding.
You can actually drive to within a half a mile of it, and then you can walk up that last half mile on a paved walkway.
Visitors come from all over to see the flora and fauna of the Great Smoky Mountains.
People love to come to the Smokies to get a glimpse of the American black bear. We estimate we have over 1,600 black bears, so there's a good chance if you spend some time in the Smokies, you're going to get to see one.
The uncompromised beauty of the Smoky Mountains National Park is a sight to behold. Actually, it's many sights to behold.
We have over 2,000 miles of streams and many waterfalls. The tallest in the park is Ramsey Cascades. It stands at 100 feet. Whether you want to come and explore one of our cultural landscapes with over 100 historic structures, or you want to experience those scenic roadways or get out and hike one of the trails, the Smokies has something for everyone.
Including a section of the Appalachian Trail.
Dana, I'm battling a knee injury, but I still want to get involved in, for say, a hike in the park. What kind of levels do you have for us?
We have experiences where you can take a short half-mile hike and come to a historic structure like the Little Greenbrier Schoolhouse, or you can tackle the 70 miles of the Appalachian Trail that crosses the highest peaks of the Smokies.
Let's see, a half-mile hike to the schoolhouse or 70 miles on the Appalachian Trail?
Take me to school.
I'm the school marm here.
You're a school what?
School marm.
Not a teacher, just a school mom?
School marm.
Oh, marm.
You have to get used to this accent.
All right.
M-A-R-M, marm.
I feel like I'm in class already getting yelled at.
That's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, stand in the corner.
The Marma set us up with some local history.
When this area was settled, which was in about the mid-1800s, people came in and started their farming.
The marmot seems to really know her stuff. How old would we say that this structure, the schoolhouse, is?
This was built in 1881,
Okay.
so it's 136 years old, and it's in the original place.
Has it
And
moved?
Has it moved? They built it here. It'll be here hopefully for another 136 years.
The Marma laid down even more history inside the schoolhouse.
Education in the mountains was not considered important. You had 3 things that were most important: food, water, shelter.
And the Marma duked it out with Nick after class.
Hold it. We threw in way too many marm puns. Marmoset, marmot, marmalade, Marmaduke? Really?
Hey, it's not an easy word to work with. Sorry if I caused you any marm. After this pit stop,
We check out what's new in the Old Mill District of Pigeon Forge.
then later, we let gravity take its toll.
And how.
All that and more to come.
You're sitting shotgun with Road Trip Masters. Welcome back to Road Trip Masters and our Smoky Mountain journey in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
I did find out about the name origin and a whole lot else when I visited Pigeon Forge's iconic The Old Mill. It was established in 1830, and today, nearly 200 years later, its original grist mill, which turns corn into grits and cornmeal, is still grinding away.
We grind over 600,000 pounds of product a year. We bake breads with it and seasoning mixes and things with it that we use right here. And then, of course, we do bag it up to sell as well.
Through the years, the Old Mill has expanded to include several shops and even 2 restaurants.
Everything that we're going to have and we're going to do today is pretty much done here.
It's done here. You can buy it here. You can buy it and we'll ship it to you, whatever you need.
That's fantastic.
So Jimmy gives me a run of the mill, starting with the Old Mill Restaurant, where Chef Danielle throws down a great recipe for a Southern staple, shrimp and grits.
So we got some of our Old Mill grits, and we're adding that into some boiling chicken stock and heavy cream. Just a little pat of butter. We got some bacon, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our shrimp. This may pop on you.
That's fine. So pink is what we're looking for.
Yes. Here we're gonna go ahead and take those off the heat. I'm just gonna use a pair of tongs, and we'll set those aside. We call this the Holy Trinity of Southern cooking. We got some bell peppers, some onion, celery. Now to this, we're gonna add a little bit of our house seasoning, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic and parsley. So what we're gonna do is add a little bit of chicken stock. Just start to deglaze the pan. You hear that little whir there. We're gonna let this boil, and what that's gonna do is activate the flour, and our sauce is instantly gonna start to thicken. So what we're gonna do next is add one of my favorite products, some Sweetwater cheddar cheese. Such a great sharp flavor, and that's gonna make our grits so deliciously creamy. So now we're gonna add these shrimp right back into the party. They'll finish cooking up. Is add some lemon juice. What that's gonna do is wake up all those flavors, tie everything together, cut to all the fat that's in the dish, that butter and that bacon. Then we're gonna top that with about half of our shrimp mixture. More chopped scallions.
On top.
And we are ready.
Voila.
There we go.
All right, guys, let's dig in.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of voila, check out the artisan in the Old Mill's Pigeon River Pottery Shop. Voila indeed.
Potters have been forming vessels from clay bodies for millions of years. When nomadic man settled down and discovered fire, the firing of clay pots was not far behind. Some consider pottery as one of the oldest human inventions.
So now I'm in the mill room where I meet head miller Chuck.
Wait a minute, Brian. The old mill's great and all, but you still haven't told me how Pigeon Forge got its name.
I'm glad you re-asked me that in the middle of my visit, Nick, because, well, it all started with love.
Huh. All right, Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it?
Good one. Well, it all started with an early settler named Isaac Love, and I'm gonna let Chuck tell it.
Mr. Love, when he started the post office, he was the man that set up the post office, so if you do that, you get to name the place. So his father was running the iron forge. They had that going. Then we had these passenger pigeons that would come and roost in the trees along the river by the hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds and thousands.
Hundreds of thousands. So they put the two names together, Pigeon Forge, and the name stuck. Here we are.
Now, back to the heart of the operation, the grist mill. Carry on, Chuck.
What happens is we have corn that comes down this pipe you can see here, feeds into the top, goes down into the middle. As the stones, which weigh over 2,000 pounds, rotate and grind, it shoots it out the front here. The one you see on the top is called the runner stone. It's the one that actually moves. And there's one just like it underneath it that's inverted. That's called the bed stone. It just sits there. And what we'll do is we'll send corn down these pipes into the center, goes into the spinning stone. It comes out the front, and what you get out here is your cornmeal.
At the old mill, the water wheel's not just there for show.
It powers our grain elevators. In order for us to move our grain around, we have to have power, and that's what powers the grain elevators. You can see the buckets over there in that little tube. Okay. That's the grain elevator.
All right.
It moves the grain around.
After the daily grind, it's off to the sifter.
Then all you're going to do is cinch the top and then go down to the bottom and squeeze it real tight so that you make a little neck down there. Cross over like you're tying your shoe. Yep. Now go underneath it, all the way around again, and bring that in and stick it through that hole you just made. There you go. That's it. Miller's knot. Okay, good job.
You know, Brian, there's one other thing you can make with ground corn.
I'm way ahead of you, Nick. Head distiller Keener tops off my old mill visit by treating Jimmy and me to a spirit sampling from their own Old Forge distillery.
Hello, hello.
What'd
Thanks
you
for
bring
stopping
us?
and hanging with us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
A little bit of Old Forge's. Looks like it's our 8-year version today, but it's our bourbon.
All right.
Corn ground next door, rye ground next door, malted barley.
Wow, that's smooth.
Indeed.
Not abrasive at all. Doesn't fire back at you. It goes down.
A little fruity on the nose, maybe a little white pepper on the finish.
What a great gang at the old mill. A place as great as its name.
Next up on Road Trip Masters, we let gravity take its toll.
As we sit back and roll, roll, roll.
Don't go anywhere. RTM will be right back.
Welcome back to RTM and our road trip to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
So we find this great outdoor place where you climb in these huge see-through spheres and go down these crazy hills.
It was a total blast.
Yeah, so how does Mr. Class start off the interview?
We heard you have the biggest balls in Pigeon Forge.
That's been said before, for sure.
I've come up with a couple others. I'm trying to get there. We got our new shirts on.
Right?
OGO. What does it mean? What's it stand for?
OGO is Outdoor Gravity Orb. It's an 11-foot ball, then it's got a 6-foot interior ball, and it's held together by like 120 nylon strings.
So we just climb in them, and they roll us down the hill, right? Now, Chris, we get into these things. Am I going to go head over heels, and by the time I'm down to the bottom, I'm going to
feel sick to my stomach?
No way. It's 11-foot ball. I put 10 gallons of water in it, up to 3 people at a time, push it down the hill.
When you said 2 to 3 people inside it, so like Nick and I can go inside together?
Sure, yep. About the shared experience just as much as it is the challenges of running down the hill.
Look, we're close.
Oh, we ain't that close.
Hey, I'm saying separate cabs.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that, be honest with you.
There's 3 different platforms at OGO.
Which means 3 different rides.
And 3 different rushes.
We have the red track, which is a funnel. It's 2 or 3 people. That's our newest attraction. We just added that last year. It's become our most popular ride. On the far side over here, we have the orange track. That's our extreme zigzag. That's 1-person ride only. And then down the middle, we've got the fast tracks where you can take the challenge and try and run the whole hill. 5 people have done it since we've opened.
Now everyone knows we're athletes.
But we'll save our strength, and this time stay seated on these runs.
Hey, are we supposed to take our shirts off for this?
Some people wear their shirts as well.
I don't think the American public is ready for that, so I'm going to keep mine on.
Then you'll be fine.
I'd have to say ditto here, buddy. I ain't taking mine off and just getting fan mail. What happened to you, Nick? Why do you look like that?
Really let yourself go. I don't need that.
So we catch the OGO Express and prep for the uphill thrill.
All right, dive in head first. Nicely done.
Now it's just me and 10 cool gallons of water, ready to launch.
I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens.
All right, good luck.
Okay, no turning back now. All right then, let's roll, and I mean roll.
You, go, go, go.
Oh my God! Oh, yeah.
Not to be outdone, I'm also one to roll with the times.
Good dive.
I do feel like I'm in a spaceship. You know that scene in Apollo 13 right before where they tap him on? No!
And before all was said and done,
we rolled down those tracks like bowling balls, searching for pins to topple. I thought it would go a lot quicker, and you're getting pounded in that thing.
when you're inside, you're flying.
Yep, it's a fast ride. Wild, wild ride.
Absolutely, I'm drenched.
Yep, great for mom, dad, and the kid. Great for all of everyone involved. Glad you guys enjoyed it.
Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much,
Thanks
brother.
a lot. Thanks for coming.
When RTM returns,
We take a peek into the award-winning destination, Dollywood.
stay buckled in. There's more Road Trip Masters ahead.
You're riding shotgun with Road Trip Masters on our tour of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
We stopped off at some great places here at Pigeon Forge.
But one of the main reasons that we're here is Sevier County's very own pride and joy, the Smoky Mountain Songbird,
The Backwoods Barbie,
the Queen of Country.
the one, the only Dolly Parton.
We meet with Pigeon Forge Department of Tourism Director Leon. He lived here his whole life and gives us a trolley tour en route to Dollywood.
He's even said hello, Dolly, on more than one occasion.
Went to high school in Sevierville, played in the Sevier County band. Yeah, so the day after she graduated from high school.
Now, why did you guys break up?
Dolly left her legacy in Pigeon Forge in the mid-1980s when she bought into the ownership of the Silver Dollar City theme park, renaming it Dollywood, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Inside Dollywood itself, there's 15 great shows and more than 40 rides.
As our trolley tour approaches Dollywood, I can't help but notice how seamlessly the park blends into its surroundings.
It is gorgeous.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, even as massive of a construction site, Leon, you still see some of the native trees that weren't cut down. It's like they worked around them.
Exactly. Yeah, we want to preserve our trees. Again, the Smoky Mountains, that's how they got their name is...
Holy God, this thing's enormous.
And there it is, Dollywood, in all of its splendor. And then you take what she's done for the community in Pigeon Forge, incredible.
And she's an amazing woman, and again, she gives back to the community in so many ways.
So Nick, in Pigeon Forge, we checked out the Old Mill,
The Great Smoky Mountain National Park,
the Gravity Orbs,
Dollywood,
but we never got that interview with Santa.
Hey, I got one better.
How so?
Well, I talked to Dasher and Dancer, and I gave them the night off, and I introduced Santa to the caddy.
That's right. You better hope that he doesn't use it next Christmas.
I hope Rudolph don't get jealous.
Hey, we won't help.
So now it's time to break down the caddy triptych. Overall, we traveled 1,337 miles, used 111.5 gallons of fuel, and spent $273.18.
Brian, another successful road trip in the books.
I'm so sad to say it's time to go.
Hey, to the good people and places of Pigeon Forge, Tennessee,
Thanks a million for your hospitality.
till next time, I'm Nick Kessler.
And I'm Brian Fulmer. Stay curious, my friend.
Safe travels.